Welcome to another installment of Outside the Ring.
How you doing? I don't know. I'm at a loss today. I'm tired.
You must have watched Raw.
Yes, I did, and that's why I'm tired.
Today is Tuesday, August
14th.
14th already. Yep, 2012. I'm the one, the only Jason
Murphy.
Very sleep-deprived Jason Murphy. Alongside the one, the only, another sleep-deprived guy, Troy Stone Cold.
What? Oh, I'm here.
Austin.
I'm here.
Follow us on Twitter, Outside the Ring with the number 1. Facebook, Outside the Ring. Look us up on there and like us. And also, please subscribe. If you believe in email, Troy, what's our email?
OutsideTheRing316@gmail.com.
So I thought Raw was
yeah.
And for a go-home show, I thought the ending was very good.
I actually didn't see the very end because I even put it on our Facebook. I've seen enough WWE contract signings to know where this is going.
Well, the ending was really good. The ending was Shawn Michaels and Brock Lesnar. If you need a whole recap of Raw, go to NoDQ.com. Read the whole list.
Yeah.
We're not going to go
look it up on
match.
YouTube.
That's why we have a new format.
Yeah, exactly.
You really don't care if JTG and Ryback had a match.
Really?
Do you?
No.
No, you don't.
But yeah, just jumping straight in, we started with CM Punk versus Big Show, which didn't go anywhere. I mean, for the match that they had, it was okay. Then Daniel Bryan came out. Attacked Big Show, or he attacked one of them. I don't know.
Daniel Bryan attacked CM Punk.
Yeah,
CM Punk gets angry, makes the poop face. John Cena comes out, saves the day, goes Super Cena.
Yeah, and then after all that, I believe Show and Bryan were out of the ring then, and AJ comes out, skipping down to the ring like she always does. Punk won the match by DQ, and she pulls a Teddy Long and makes a tag team match for later, which was Punk and Cena versus Bryan and Big Show. And that was going to be our main event.
And that wasn't really even the main event because that took place at like 10 o'clock, I think.
Yeah, and the real main event was the contract signing, which doesn't ever need to be. And
CM Punk and John Cena against Big Show, Daniel Bryan, nothing special.
No.
Typical tag match. Basically, all you need to know is at the end of the match, John Cena gets beat down at the apron when CM Punk wants to tag. CM Punk kind of goes mad and angry and, again, makes a poop face.
Yep.
And, he's like, where are you, Cena, when I need you?
Yeah.
And then Cena gets up, wants to tag. CM Punk won't tag him
CM Punk ditches him.
And CM Punk does the John Cena 5 moves of doom to kind of rub it in the face.
He tries to. As he's going back to hit the 5-knuckle shuffle, Cena tags himself in. Right. And then Cena does the CM Punk, the high knee in the corner with the bulldog.
Exactly.
In other words, it was just them trying to get under each other's skin.
Yeah, we've seen stuff like that before, and basically all you need to know is at the very end, John Cena gives the attitude adjustment to Daniel Bryan.
Yep.
And after the match, John Cena wants a handshake of CM Punk. CM Punk says no and walks away.
Yep.
Basically, WWE is making CM Punk look like emo Punk.
Exactly.
He is. He's very crybaby-ish now. He's not even he's not heel. He's like a tweener.
Yeah,
but his character is very.
He's on the kick of wanting respect,
which we've seen a million times.
Yeah.
Why not let the guy just come out and do a pipe bomb?
Exactly.
And whether people love him or hate him, just like Cena, let Punk be Punk.
Yep.
This is their attempt to make CM Punk look like every other heel in the company for the most part, and just make him look like a whiny cry girl.
Yep.
I mean, in my opinion,
it's
why
stupid.
Can't you just make him like Bobby Roode? If you're going to go the heel route,
exactly.
Bobby Roode was a credible champion, and not saying CM Punk's not, but they're making CM Punk look like a little crybaby.
Exactly.
Which I don't understand. And I'm going to call him emo Punk from now on until they figure this out.
Well, you hit on the first match and the last match. In between, we got basically a bunch of crap, like you mentioned before.
The only good thing,
JTG and Ryback had a match.
Yeah, who cares?
Slater and Truth.
Yep, again, who cares? The only thing mentioning was the only great match of the evening I thought was a triple threat.
Chris Jericho, Miz, yeah. Yep. And Sin Cara also had a match. And
right, Roddy Piper was out there tonight. Roddy Piper was drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, he was stumbling his words.
He's not like Scott Hall, though, because, Piper actually showed up.
Yeah, but it was a pointless segment, and they need to stop. We talked about it after. We talked about it during Raw when we were on the phone last night. I told you then, and I'm going to tell you again now. Roddy Piper is being used way too much in recent months on WWE programming. The guy stumbles his words. It's not the old Piper. They need to let Roddy go for now. They need to.
Yep. And like you said, this was the only other match worth noting. This by far was match of the night. A great back and forth match. It was the whole thing with Ziggler saying, Jericho, he doesn't have it in him to win the big one.
Right.
Miz comes out and, he says, Jericho, me and Dolph did win the big one. We both won Money in the Bank. I cashed mine in. I was WWE champion, and now I'm the Intercontinental champion. But you took a step back there, Miz. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. And, but either way, Dolph goes clean over Jericho.
He does, yeah. Well, it was a no DQ match, so it was kind of hard for him not to go over clean.
Correct.
And yeah, like I said, that was match of the night. Other than that, we had Sin Cara versus Tensai, which me and you both thought was going to be a squash match, but Sin Cara wound up winning. And as per usual, Sakamoto, Tensai's handler, whatever, got the crap beat out of him.
Yep.
I don't know I don't know if they're eventually going to have Sakamoto turn on Tensai or what, but it's getting old. They brought Tensai in.
Old and stale.
They brought Tensai in as a credible threat to John Cena, and now he's mid-card losing to Sin Cara.
Go figure.
It makes no sense.
Like half the guys.
Yeah.
Pretty soon Ryback will be selling to Brodus Clay or something.
Well, like you said last night when we were talking, put Tensai in the ring with Ryback.
Yeah, they should.
Well, they
were both undefeated. Now you could pretty much poop on that whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what I would have did at SummerSlam, to be honest with you. They could have built that up for 4 months.
Yep. Okay. Sin Cara and Tensai happened. Other than that, we had Caitlyn and Layla versus Beth Phoenix and Eve. I like seeing Caitlyn on TV because I do believe she has some potential. She has to work on it. But
I think her mic skills are horrible.
Her mic skills are bad.
She just looks terrible.
Yeah, and
I don't know. Her potential is it's the same. I put her, Layla, and a couple of the other girls in there. I mean, they've improved, but Caitlyn does this roll up, or no, it wasn't a roll up. It was like one of those. What do you call it? Like a springboard pins, I guess you could call it. It was like a roll up.
Didn't she do the bridging Germans or no?
Yeah,
I don't remember what
horrible.
it was. It was a simple roll up pin, and we've touched before on how I hate roll up pins. It makes no sense to have them. If you're not going to finish the match in a way that's going to make people remember, don't even bother having the match.
Right.
And the sad part, that was the only other match.
Yeah.
There was barely any matches on this card. Everything else.
Too many video segments.
Yeah, video recaps.
SummerSlam,
video recaps of Triple H and Brock Lesnar. All this crap. And after that, after the big tag match, which we already hit on. There wasn't another one. Christian and Damian Sandow. Which I was kind of
clean again.
Yeah, I was kind of in and out on, and I was.
Christian's kind of like the neighborhood jobber now as well.
Yeah,
he's fallen from grace. He had a hell of a feud with Orton. He was a heel. He was a world champ, and then he. Speaking of which, Randy Orton wasn't even on Raw. I don't think.
No.
I don't know where Randy was. There was a couple guys that was like question marks. Kane, who's supposed to be feuding with Daniel Bryan, he's not even on. They have a match at SummerSlam.
Yeah, they have a match, and they didn't even hit on it. Well, they hit on it very briefly on the Go Home show.
Rey Mysterio wasn't on the show. He's got a match against Miz for the IC strap at SummerSlam. You don't have Ray on the show. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Chances are all those guys are going to be on SmackDown, which most likely neither of us are going to see. I might look it up on YouTube because they'll have it up either later tonight or tomorrow.
Now, the contract signing was, it was what it was. Heyman can sell anybody.
Oh, God,
Heyman could sell water to, you know,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
He could sell a freezer to an Eskimo.
Exactly. He's very good talker. He's a good promo guy, and he makes you really want to see Lesnar versus Triple H. Because Lesnar versus Triple H, if it's a fight, it might be one of the matches of the night. And looking at this card, that's not going to be hard to do.
No.
Basically, Shawn comes out, Shawn Michaels, and Lesnar is like in the grill.
Let's preface this by saying that Triple H supposedly had his flight was delayed, so he was late getting to the arena.
Right, which was all BS. It was just to show that Triple H is a busy guy, which he probably is anyways. But Triple H comes out a little after. He's taking off his tie, getting his dress shirt. He gets in the ring. They have a stare down between Lesnar and Triple H. You can watch the videos online.
Yep.
And basically, nothing happens. They both sign the contract, and then Lesnar leaves. Here's the part you didn't see, Troy. After the break, they go to a break. They have about 5 to 6 minutes left, and what's his name? Matt Stryker is interviewing Big Show.
Stryker?
And the interview Matt Stryker. He's interviewing Big Show.
We get Stryker on TV, but we don't get Ray or anybody that's actually going to be at SummerSlam.
Well, go figure. That's WWE booking, baby.
Really?
So anyways, Stryker he's interviewing Big Show. You hear cars beeping at each other. They go to the parking lot, and Shawn is getting trapped in by Paul Heyman in the parking lot. Like he's got him boxed out, trying to leave the lot. And you know Lesnar's coming. Lesnar pulls Shawn out of the car, and the camera, Lesnar backs into the camera. The camera goes dark. We go to commercial. We come back. Triple H is like, oh, my God, what the hell happened to Shawn? Shawn is nowhere to be found. There's a big crack in the car windshield. All the wrestlers are there. AJ is like, oh, my God, I can't believe this happened. You know, holy cow. She tells Triple H that Lesnar dragged Shawn back into the arena. And then, of course, Cole and King are making their stupid face like, oh, my God, what happened? Like, where's Shawn? So Lesnar brings Shawn back to the ring, gives him an F5, then puts him in an arm bar. Triple H comes back out. Heyman says, don't move, Triple H, or Lesnar's going to break Shawn's arm. Triple H doesn't move. Lesnar breaks it anyway.
Oh, jeez.
Triple H rushes the ring. Lesnar, Heyman bolt. Shawn's in pain, telling him, please don't touch me. And that's pretty much how we have another showdown between Lesnar and Triple H. And
Yeah.
That's how it's
I'm guessing Lesnar and Triple H had no physicality at all.
No physicality, and I like that. That's old school. That they have booked this feud pretty good. You could say what you want. Is it too late? It could be. Both these guys not in the greatest condition like they once were. I told you last night, if this match happened back in 2004, I would love it to death. But it's not. They're doing the best they can.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know Shawn's status now for SummerSlam. He was selling the arm really heavy. I still think he was going to be there in a sling or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah,
for a go-home show, though, I really don't care about CM Punk, Cena, Big Show. I care a little about Lesnar, Triple H, just to see if this is Triple H's last.
Yeah,
match.
I mean, honestly,
the only reason I care.
Honestly, before we get out of here, I just want to ask you, what are your thoughts on the SummerSlam card? Yay or nay? Is it looking good? Is it looking bad? Is it looking eh? What do you think?
Well, we're going to talk about it Friday, the whole thing. But if you ask me right now on Tuesday night, I say don't get it. If
No.
you had $50, I would not buy SummerSlam.
No.
If you can find a bunch of friends or go to a bar like I'm going to do and like you're going to do, that's different. If you do that, I would not pay $50 of my hard-earned money for this show.
$60 if you want HD.
If you'd ask me right now, I'd say Ziggler-Jericho is the best physical wrestling match.
Yeah, that's your best pure wrestling match. The one with the most story behind it is going to be Lesnar Triple H. And honestly,
and the Big Show and who knows? They might come out with a good triple threat.
It could be a good triple threat, but honestly, right now, I really don't care that much about it.
No, you really don't. And Sheamus and Del Rio is not apparently going to happen because Booker T said no, sucker.
Yeah.
So now they're going to have some kind of match at SmackDown to see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about that on Friday's show when we do the recap of or the SummerSlam preview.
Yeah.
So we'll see who Sheamus goes up against. But why would you even have the feud between? I still think it's going to be Del Rio somehow, some way.
It will be probably.
All in all, I'm not impressed, but we'll see. Raw for a go-home show, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, I wasn't
now,
either.
Before we get out of here, there was a meeting backstage, I guess, before Raw that you were telling me off the air.
They had a talent meeting before Raw, and all the talent was given a chance to speak up about what they were unhappy about, and apparently nobody did. So this takes, and we all know that JTG went on a Twitter tirade, saying he's not happy, all this, blah, blah, blah. And apparently some of the talent was upset about they were being paid only $500 a night on their recent tour of Central and South America. So they were mad about that. Vince or somebody that sent out a memo that said that it was a clerical error, and they are being reimbursed for their money for that, too. So this talent meeting, basically, it sounds like what the gist of it was. They also say here that it ended with whoever it was running the meeting telling everyone to use common sense and be careful with social media. So that just means that, this whole thing with AW and JTG, all that going on tirades and all that, they're starting to crack down on what the performers are going to put on Twitter.
Well, and that's a huge thing, even in sports with basketball and the NFL. I mean, a lot of NFL coaches
it even happened.
Let their players.
It even happened at the Olympics.
Let their players tweet.
Even at the Olympics, there were people putting out tweets that were very, very iffy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah,
a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know with all that. I mean, some guys like Jericho and Miz they live on Twitter.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. They've always kind of kept themselves quiet, though. Mm-hmm. Jericho, not as much as Miz. Miz is more of a company guy than Jericho, in my opinion.
And Ziggler's pretty active on Twitter, too.
Ziggler's active. There's a bunch of guys. Cena, the company guy doesn't really... He goes on Twitter, but he doesn't do it as much as he once did. The Rock doesn't. The Rock's on Twitter quite a bit, but he doesn't really work for the company anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, not full-time. Triple H doesn't even have Twitter. Or as Bubba Ray Dudley says, Twitter. So, all right, but either way, Outside the Ring, #1, follow us, please. And then Facebook, Outside the Ring, subscribe. We need subscribers. Keep telling your friends, your buddies.
Yes.
And, for a go-home show, it was not that good.
It was very, very lackluster, and I give it a 2.5 out of 5.
I'm giving it probably about the same, and I'll tell you, it was a good close, and that was about it.
Yeah, that was about it.
The contract signing was really stupid, but the ending with Shawn and Lesnar.
You sat through like 2 hours and 45 minutes of utter garbage, and you get that.
3-hour Raws are going to be the downfall of this company.
Yes,
you mark my words. And if they don't step it up, I'm telling you, TNA, they get better and better every week. They have mistakes. But if you compare them to WWE's in recent weeks, TNA has had better Impact Wrestling than Monday Night Raws, in my opinion.
I'm willing to go out on a ledge here, and I'm going to say that Hardcore Justice is going to be better than SummerSlam.
I am more interested in Aces and Eights than I am in CM Punk, John Cena, Big Show.
Yeah, that's same here.
I am more interested in Austin Aries against Bobby Roode than I am CM Punk, John Cena, Big Show.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens, but hey, we'll see you next week. Or I'm sorry, not next week.
Next week.
I forgot the format.
Still getting used to the new format.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow outside the ring.
Deuces.